Sandra?
All right, Catherine, thank you. Joining me now with a look ahead to the general election, our political power panel that we have tonight. Nomiki Konst is a Bernie Sanders supporter and founder and executive director of the Accountability Project. Boris Epshteyn is a Republican strategist and former communications aide to the McCain-Palin presidential campaign. And Alan Colmes is host of the Alan Colmes Show. Good evening to all of you.
Good evening.
Thanks for being here tonight. All right, Alan, I feel like I want to start with you first. We've had this open FBI investigation. Now we learned that her very close aide, Huma Abedin, is going to be questioned by the FBI. The feeling is that it just doesn't look good for Hillary Clinton.
I don't know what that means. It doesn't look good for Hillary Clinton. In fact, in the statement, the FBI said, the statement of U.S. officials said that there's no evidence that she willfully compromised anything or had any wrongdoing. Of course, there's going to be an investigation. They're going to talk to her aides. They may even talk to her. But that doesn't mean she's indictable.
Well, Alan, by saying that, and Boris, I'll toss this to you, you would have to assume that intent it needs to be the key focus here. But, Boris, there's a lot more at work.
Well, Senator, under the key statutes here, as Catherine was just talking about, you actually don't necessarily need intent. All you need to prove is, in fact, there was a server out there, and you have to find out why. Now, to Alan's point, of course it's bad. You have the presumptive nominee, I'm sure Nomiki will have something to say about that, for the Democrats, who's under investigation. Her #1 aide, Huma Abedin, has been questioned. Now, Uma's got other issues as well in terms of working for the State Department and outside influences at the same time. There's a ton here that is a huge problem. We, as Republicans and as Trump supporters, are happy to sit back and watch this go on and watch Hillary Clinton get questioned at some point. If she is not questioned, it will be because of undue influences by Democrats in the White House.
But, and I want to get Nomiki in here. Nomiki, I'm sure you're going to tell me that Democrats still just believe this is a Republican witch hunt.
I think that the majority of Democrats, when you poll them, think that anytime you say the words Benghazi or email server, it's a Republican witch hunt, it's a conspiracy theory. But there is some truth to this. I mean, obviously the FBI is investigating her. Right. Donald Trump, if he were smart, if he is running against Hillary Clinton, he would talk about the tactics. He would talk about the details of the legal matter, rather than painting it in one broad stroke, because it doesn't do well with Democrats, and it doesn't do well with independents, which are those swing voters that he needs to get and she needs to get.
Okay, so let's talk about that strategy, Alan, in a general election matchup. What does Clinton need to focus on to beat Donald Trump?
Well, she might want to focus on the fact that he's going to be standing trial on November 28th. They postponed it. It was announced today till after the election for fraud for Trump University. Here you have a guy who actually wait a minute. That's true. What do you mean? Come on. That's true.
He is going
to be defending himself in his own defense, taking the witness stand in a trial where he's been accused of defrauding people. That is something more specific than what we know about Hillary Clinton.
Alan, that's great. And you're going to bring up a business dispute. Hillary Clinton's issue is that while Secretary of State, she exposed national secrets.
There's no evidence of that. There's no evidence of that.
There's no evidence, but that's what obviously is being investigated by the FBI.
No, you've decided that. It's not true.
And the hacker she said there's no evidence of hacking. Well, the hacker said there was evidence.
Well, we should believe the hacker, right?
Let's believe a random guy in a plane.
If we talk over each other, nobody will hear anybody. So, Nomiki, get in here because you're a Bernie Sanders supporter.
I am.
He's still in the race. What is he doing to Hillary Clinton's campaign at this point?
Well, I think that, it's very clear that neither candidate is going to reach the 2383 pledged delegate mark. So what Hillary's campaign is doing right now is trying to get him out of the race so she can focus on the general. She can save resources. She can change her message, go back towards to becoming a moderate, get some of those blue-collar voters that Bernie Sanders has a lockdown on right now. But the reality is neither candidate is going to hit that magic number, and we're going to a contested convention. Nobody wants to report it in other news publications, but that's the truth. And so it's going to be a very tense moment on the floor when we're debating the DNC rules and the platform.
Boris is giving you a thumbs up, Nomiki.
That's great for us. Listen,
you went through the same thing. You don't even have your Republican Party. Come on.
What are you talking about?
It's going to be a low turnout year. We know that.
We have a nominee. We have a nominee that the party is coalescing around. It's only been 2 days.
Not exactly.
And let me finish. We've already had Rick Perry come out. We have already had the governor of Nebraska come out. The party is coalescing around Trump, and the Democrats are going to keep fighting, and it's great for us.
Let me stay with you because I want to talk about what Donald Trump needs to do here, because a recent NBC Wall Street Journal poll shows 47% of female Republican primary voters said they would not vote for Trump. 70% of women voters in general have a negative view of him. What does he need to do to win over women?
He needs to talk about the main message, and that's the economy, national security, and foreign policy. And those are issues that really attract voters across gender, across race, across backgrounds. He does need to stay away from some of the attacks that you've seen in the past, and he will continue and turn toward the general. Now, he is going to be going up against, again, Nomiki may say it, I'm wrong, most likely Hillary Clinton. And she is a woman, but he needs to attack her on her background, on her failures in Benghazi,
all right,
failures as Secretary of State,
that doesn't
and not
fall
focus
right,
on her just as a woman.
Last word to Alan on how she responds to that.
But they've tried Benghazi 4 years ago. It didn't work. I kept saying I'm going to change my name to Benghazi so conservatives never stop talking about me. I mean, they're beating the same drum over and over again.
It doesn't work.
What about coming up with a solution for health care? Repeal and replace. Replace with what? How about focus on the economy that Bush trashed? Talk about real issues.
One thing to keep in mind.
Again?
All right,
Come on.
Nomiki, last word.
44% of Democratic women have low approval ratings for Hillary Clinton as well. So 44 to 47 is not great. I think women are going to be the turnout factor.
All right, we got to
year.
leave it there.
We welcome them.
Nomiki, Alan, Boris, thank
Thank you.
A stunning admission from the White House as Ben Rhodes, who has helped co-write all of the president's foreign policy speeches, admits the American people